Hello everyone. Good to see you today. Hi Paul, hi Daniel, hi Dio.
Hello, Elena, Paul, Dayo.
Yes, this is week number 2 and we starting real game from this week. Last week it was introduction and you could read in the book different types of people, some people who put a lot of efforts in the beginning and then can quit just 3 feet from the goal, and some other people who really find their purpose, find what they really want in life, and they take whatever steps it needs to get to their goal. And we hope that you are exactly these people here, right? Because you are in this call and you take actions, you share your goals, and the next 15 weeks journey, we want you to bring your best to this program, because what you put in, this is what you take out. Yes, so the attitude which you bring to this program in the beginning will determine attitude of life towards you, attitude to your business towards you, because everything starts from mindset and readiness to achieve and to receive. Because so many people you saw in the group, there are so many people who wrote committed, but where they are now, yes, telling committed and doing things, it is so different things. All people want change in their results, all people want better life, but not so many people are really committed and even don't know what a commitment is. Yes, so not many people want to do something to change themselves. So we really acknowledge you for being here today. And these calls is not that we want to teach you something extra, because we share a lot in the episode which will be dedicated to this chapter desire. So mostly it is a very brief introduction of what we are going to do this week, and just sharing some ideas between me and Paul. And if you have any questions, we also happy to answer. Anything that you would like to share, Paul?
Um, no, I want to speak that it was really happenstance and kind of curious when Alina and I first were connected and we found out how much this particular book shaped how we viewed just about everything we do, not just work and business, but mindset and focus and goal setting and all those things and more. I mean, as many times as I've read this book, there are things that I haven't got out of it yet. Like it's one of those books that you can read multiple times. Um, Luna has a mentor who reads it every day, and he has read it every day for decades.
For 60 years, 60 years every day, the same book.
It's a long time. It's a long time to do anything.
This is more than we live, right? Than we lived, all of us here. Yeah, so it is really very good book, and we want to go deep and not just learning and listening. We want you to get into implementation. That's why we want you to focus only on one chapter every week. We don't want you to read even any other chapters. Just read one chapter every day, few pages from each chapter. It is not even that you have to read all the chapter every day, but contemplate. It can be even one paragraph, but that paragraph that you want to really get it deep and start contemplating. So desire is the key, yes, because everything starts from clarity. You have to have clarity of vision and definiteness of purpose. Otherwise, if you don't get this, the rest doesn't matter. Yes, it doesn't matter with which speed you move if you don't know the direction, if you don't know where you want to be. You can run very fast, but it doesn't matter because you're already somewhere that you don't want to be. Yes, and even if you run fast, the same direction which you don't want to be, and you put efforts and push something that you are not, it will not get any results. That's why people get so fast burned out and frustrated and depressed. Why? Because they want to take something from life that they are not match. And that's why they chase things which run from them. Because here the secret is that we don't chase things. We already perfect. And today I was listening to Neville Goddard, also another my favorite author, and he said there that the creation has been already finished. Everything already has been created. Nothing can be created or destroyed. Just think about this. Nothing can be created or destroyed. Everything that you want to achieve in life already is in you. So you have just to clean all these viruses which you got from thinking that you are not enough, or mistaken identity who somebody else built for you, and you just carry it as the clothes. Somebody put on you these clothes and you just think that this is who you are, because you never gave this consideration who you really are. Yes, I mean, from the point of your potential, what opportunities and potential God gave you. Yes, so you never know this, and only you can know when you start studying yourself deep. And this is what most people don't do. We study so many things at school, so different subjects. Yes, we are generalists in so many subjects, but we never studied ourselves. We never studied our potential. We never studied what our mind is and how powerful it is. And this is why we want to go deep to study this book, and not only study, but also to implement each of its lessons. Yes, that is why we need to be committed, because it takes to do things which are not comfortable. And why they are not comfortable? Because we are comfortable to do only things which we are habitual to do. And when we start changing those habits, this is not easy. It is simple. You will see every chapter has so simple task, but it is not easy because we have to break our habits. This is why this program is called Breaking Barriers, because all these barriers are not outside of us. These barriers are inside of us. And when we identify them and replace them, this is how we start to thrive.
I think it's interesting that you mentioned what we learn at school. We could easily have just made an online social media post that suggested that people read this book. We like this book, read this book. We highly recommend it.
Mhm.
And you might or might not get something out of it, even if you might read it. But when you meet as a group, I mean, there's so many benefits. I mean, just like school. I mean, they could have given us all the textbooks we ever looked at, all the way from primary through college, and just said, here are the books, read these books, and that's what you need to do. Well, we didn't. We weren't held accountable. We weren't consistent. But when you do things as a group, not only do you have a deeper understanding, but the learning and retention becomes real, and we can implement some of our own critical thinking by having what we thought we just read challenged, or our perception of it. But we have different perspectives. I love being in a book group with as many radically different types of individuals as possible. When the entire group, whenever there's someone in the group that is just like you, one of you is redundant, right? I mean, there's no benefit in, I would be terrified to be in a room full of people just like myself. There's no perspectives that I can expand. There's nothing I can learn from myself. And then the obvious social connection, right? I mean, there's going to be some back and forth. There are going to be some perspectives. I can read a chapter and Alina can read a chapter. Daniel can read a chapter. We can all read a chapter and get something slightly different out of it. But what's the common thread? We read the same chapter and we got the same information, and then we can all bring our lifetime of experiences, our lifetimes of programming, good and bad, to what we got out of the book. And to me, that is so much more beneficial than simply reading a book.
Yes, exactly. So every week when we meet, starting from next Monday, we will set about 15 minutes to share aha moments. Yes, share aha moments. What you got from the previous chapter, which you were reading last week. If you have any questions, how you implemented this. And this is how we will celebrate each other's victory for the previous week. Daniel, do you have any questions?
No, but we spoke about aha moments. Can I share?
Yes,
A little bit?
definitely.
It's
You're welcome.
because really, of course, I loved it and I read it several times. And obviously, you spoke about the burning desire to really to do something, the really definite purpose. But really, the area which was a really great reminder, it's about the persistence. It's like never leave any stone untouched or unturned, because very often success is so close, or is so close, and people quit. This great explanation with the gold mine, or with Henry Ford. He says, "No, let's go and let's get this 8-cylinder engine there." So it's really, the idea is that we really need to study, even if we fail. I mean, failure doesn't exist. Failure is really it's life, and it's a learning, But when we consider it, or as an opportunity to really, as a stepping stone to opportunities towards success, this is where it changed, because we all face hardships in life, but how we look at them, this is really what makes the difference. So just wanted to share this this little point.
I like that, Daniel. It reminds me of the idea that we're all experts on different things, and the things that I'm an absolute expert on, where I know exactly what I'm talking about, I can usually trace that back to some epic failure that I committed that I'm never going to do again. Money was lost, relationships were ended, people were hurt, but at least I learned my lesson. At least I figured out what was good, bad, or indifferent about what I did. And I may find some new, unique, and creative way to fail in the future, but I'm not going to do that again. I know better. And that's where expertise comes in. The more times you fail, the better, more broad of an expert you are.
Absolutely. And if I may add something, Paul, if you go more to a spiritual level, you know that everything happens for a reason. So actually, the idea is that, God or the universe had something better in store for us. And this is why, we needed to stop, he stopped us, or whomever stopped us, and you see, there's, for me, I kind of embrace that now. I was not like that before, but it's like new in my kind of spiritual journey over the past few years. And the other thing is that, you see, when we are really open, when we are detached, from people, circumstances, etc., opportunities will come from an angle which we didn't expect at all. It's really being open, and sometimes something happened. Say, wow, didn't get it. We thought you would have business because of someone. No, it didn't. It's something else. So it's really be open, just, look at all opportunities and see it. And they're always there. It's just that sometimes we are not aware because we are not open to receiving. Relationships, same things. If we have a clear mind, if we detach from, the old girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, and think, okay, now we'll move on. Then the universe shows us, one door closes, 3 doors open.
Yeah, I think you're really gonna, well, and you've read the book, so it's not a spoiler or anything, but you're really gonna appreciate the subconscious mind conversations and the auto suggestion and really tapping into that. That's where the persistence that we talk about the most. To me, that's where it really happens, and repeating those things and really tap it into a goal. That's why I noticed the theme of Elena was one goal. We're going to take one goal through this process and stop worrying about the other goals, because the other goals, if they're aligned, they're just going to take care of themselves. The persistence and the openness, like you spoke about, if we're closed to something happening, we're going to constantly be complaining that nothing happened because we were close to anything happen. We weren't looking. We were looking at things as if they were tragic and not whether or not there was an opportunity in that tragedy, or whether there was a lesson or it was some kind of teaching moment for us. But if our subconscious mind is left to its own devices, it's not going to help us grow. It's not going to help us get rich and get better and get smarter and get anything. It's just going to keep everything exactly the same. That's an instinct that we have to overcome. And everything you're saying really, really resonates when we start talking about the persistence of autosuggestion.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I want to share one more perception about why only one goal. Because the purpose of the goal is to make us grow. Yes, so when we set that big goal and we focus on it, what it means we focus on it, means that we take everyday actions to go out of comfort zone. So what do you think will happen at the end of 4 months when we every day take action? It means that we will grow, right? So when you grow, you will look at other goals different. You will not be that person anymore. So the way how you manifest other things related to your other goals will be very different way from how you will do it now.
But
That
you
is
can't
why.
have definiteness, you can't have that definiteness of purpose and link it to your burning desire if you have a dozen or more unrelated goals. The goals will fall in line. The things will start to happen once you're open for the things to happen, but you need to have that specific persistent focus. That's the reason for the singularity of the goal.
Yes, and again, in order to achieve goal, we have to get in alignment. Our conscious, subconscious, our actions, that is our body, because our body is instrument of our mind through which it communicates with outside world. So we have to get in alignment. We cannot get in alignment at the same time for different goals. Yes, that is why we are laser focused for one goal. We get it, all these principles which we will study during these 4 weeks. We get exactly, and everything is just focused on one goal. So we get our mind, our beliefs, our expectations, our attitude, our habits, our daily routine, all aligned with one goal. And this is how we will grow. And then when we will look back, I tell you now, if you do what we will suggest to do, and we, of course, we also doing it with you, we also have big goals, and we will make everyone to have accountability partner. So we also accountability partners with Paul, and you also will have accountability partner. So it will help you to do and share results. And of course, you can be our accountability partners. You can share with us also your results, because this is what the main idea is, not just have something which we don't have now. The main idea is to become the person who is aligned with the goal. Because as you said, Daniel, that some things can happen and we have to embrace them. Why? Because if we have right attitude, we will grow from every challenge we face. So challenges are not to make our life bad. Challenges is opportunity to grow, to bring something from us that we even didn't know exist. And this exactly happens when we face with problems, when we face with maybe some shocking situations. And then when we have right mindset, right attitude, it propels us to grow. And when we look back, we can say that was the best thing that happened, because that thing helped me to see so many things. It helped me to grow. It helped me to become the person who I am today. Yes, so this everything is very right. And we have to embrace challenges, and we have to see our goal and see every challenge and every situation, even if it looks like a problem at this moment, we can look what lesson it has for me, how I can grow from the situation, how can I not maybe make the same mistake, as Paul said. Yes, definitely we will not make that mistake. And if the situation didn't happen, we would continue do the same mistakes. And at the end, it would be even bigger challenge. So everything is very, very, how to say, it is not just one side. Everything has equivalent of positive and negative in everything, like hot and cold, up and down, left and right. So every situation has its equivalent. And this is up to us what we look for, where we will give our attention. And depending on our attitude, will be our result.
Yes, thank you, Elena. And one point I'd like to add, before you said, everything already exists in us, all the situation, you quoted Neville Goddard on this one. And it's obviously Einstein said it about energy as well. Energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed. And like, water and water vapor and ice, for instance. And in order to get to this other level where we want to be, for me, this notion of energy is so important, because really we have to elevate our levels of vibration. When we elevate, this is when actually we are going to reach what is already in us. But for the moment, we can't. We've got to be there. We've got to frequency. And when we are there, this is when we are going to match all these opportunities, coming from the universe.
Yes, because see, these levels like different channels. When you are in one channel, you can meet the best mentor in the world and you will not get any value. And not because the mentor is wrong or is not efficient, because it is just not your channel. Like this all information will just pass through you. It is just,
because we are not in a position to receive.
Yes, that is so important. That's why we have to grow, even to start hearing things. Like many people will listen to this like this conversation, and they will not even get what we are speaking about, because they just cannot receive. Their antennas are set for different frequency, and they can receive only information which is transmitted at their vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're open, you can get inspiration from a lunatic at a bar that's babbling nonsense, but you're so open, something comes out and you receive it. Where if you're closed, the greatest mindset coach in the world can't communicate.
Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
That is why it's so important to be honest with yourself and look at results and say, okay, I am now in this. Like, this is my results. Yes, this is my results. And what I do today, what I did yesterday, this is results of the way how I was thinking, how I was making decision, and how I was acting. This is results, because we are the cause, and everything else what happened with us or for us is effect. Yes, so when we are honest with ourselves, we will look at results and we will find what is that I want to improve, what I'm not happy with. And we should be honest and understand what I do, how I think, how I act, that I have results, and that I have continuously received the same and the same, maybe for years. Yes, so we have to be honest and we have to find out what we do, because our action cause reaction. This is how results are built. We think a certain way, we feel, we act, action, reaction, and this is here, they are our results. And that is why this book is so important, because this book, if you do things right, as we share with you, yes, this is not that we created, this is already 100 years book, which already proven system, proven formula for driven people who are not satisfied with their results, is like spiritually not satisfied, because we know that we are here for more. So this is exact place where you can grow. Yes, so participate in these events every week. This is for you. Share your ideas, ask questions, take the most of this book, because I know, Daniel, you have big goal. Yes, you have big goal for 4 months. So I am sure that really, if you do everything, you will get it, and we will celebrate our own success. Yes, and also Dio has goals. So let's do it. And after this call, we will share the episode for this week. So again, we read the book every day, some pages or chapters, contemplate on it, write what is the homework. It will be announced in the episode for this week. Ask questions, and we see you again on Monday.
And also, Daniel, Dale, I'm not sure. I've read both your goals. I I have a spreadsheet that I made that works with business planning. It's small business planning, but it's a real simplified setup, and it might help you get a little bit of clarity on exactly what you have to do in that time period.
Yeah.
Broken down into smaller, like if I need to do this in a quarter, I need to do this every month. And if I need to do this every month, I need to do this every week. And if you're interested, you're more than welcome to get on my calendar, and I can show it to you.
Yes, please. Yes, please, Paul.
I'll put my link in the chat.
Yeah, I agreed with what you said about the aha moments in page 41 when they were talking about providing the readers of your book with a complete unbiased picture of their thoughts and their virtues would mean to them the difference between success and failure. So I haven't read this book before, so there's lots of aha moments, but I was thinking more about that and how the service would be priceless. And something like Helena was saying, to go deeper, because I'm one of these people, I don't really think about what I'm doing. I just do it. I don't really think. Well, I do think, but I don't think deeply about what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So,
and that's like I said. Spoiler alert: you're gonna love auto suggestion. You're gonna get auto suggestion.
Auto suggestion.
Correct.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's a big part of this process.
About this, yeah. In our
You gotta do everything in order. You can't break order. You gotta have a burning desire first. You gotta set the goals. You gotta do everything. But it's
yeah, we will get there. We will get there. So this
all of it's gonna make a whole lot more sense, and then it's gonna make more sense, and then it's gonna make more sense, and then that's the whole beauty of getting more out of this book, which is why I was so excited at the idea. It first started as maybe a book club, and just a group of different people with different experiences, experiencing the exact same book at the exact same time, and it turned into this. And I'm excited. I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to hear how it happens, and I can't wait to say, oh, well, we had these people join, and here's their goals, and here's how fast they achieved them because of this program.
Paul, I was just looking at the calendar, and it's like for an hour.
Right.
Okay, I just want to finish to finish recording. Yes. Do we have any questions regarding this first chapter? And then after I finish recording, then you may ask other questions.
But have I got any questions? No. I'm still sort of like learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I read the next chapter, I'll write a list of questions to answer next time.
Yes, definitely. Come to these meetings. We will keep these meetings very short. Like idea is to have it 30 minutes, not longer. So just come prepared, ask your question, get to the point. Yes, Daniel, and you wanted to share.
No, but just Paul, I didn't know to whom you made this offer, but I'm very happy as well to go. Because Daniel, I didn't hear, so what you said, but I just like.
Yeah, we will share the link. We will share the link with the Paul calendar, and then you can hop on it. Yes, to have a meeting with him.
Sure.
Paul, anything else before we wrap up this official part of the call?
Not anything more than I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see the success. I can't wait to see in others the light go off that went off in me, and that's what I'm most excited about.
Great. So let's go. We have everything now to make this year the most successful year. Yes, not just by New Year resolution, but really implementing, and we start in the beginning. January, we have all year to get our big goals. So see you soon next Monday, and here is the happy end of the meeting today.